June is National Acne Month, and we're chatting with Dr. Julie Harper about some causes and components. So, I would like to know exactly what is acne?
Well, first of all, thank you for allowing me to be part of your program during Acne Awareness Month. I think acne is something we all kind of recognize when we see it. We'll see blackheads or whiteheads, red bumps, sometimes those deep-seated nodules on the skin. But what acne really is, it's happening, of course, under the skin. Down in the pore, that follicular pore is being plugged with dead skin cells and oil. And that's really what contributes to the acne that we do then see on the skin, which can be on the face, chest, back, shoulders. It can be in both genders, and it can be in almost any age except maybe for kids under about the age of 8 or 9.
That's pretty interesting. So, what are the four elements that contribute to acne?
Yeah, we have to know what causes acne before we can effectively treat it. So the same four things that I'll list as causes are going to become our targets for treatment. So they are: number one, follicular, we'll call it plugging, we call it hyperkeratinization. So the skin down in the pore is developing too fast, it's making too much dead skin, and then that's not sloughing off appropriately. Number two, we have inflammation. Number three, we have the bacteria, Cutibacterium acnes or C. acnes. And we need to remember this is not an infection. All of us have C. acnes on our skin, but people with acne are reacting more to it than people who don't have acne. And then the fourth one is sebum. And so those are the things that work together to cause acne, but they're also our targets for treating acne.
That's interesting. So, Dr. Julie, how is mild to moderate acne typically treated?
Well, again, based on what I just said, it really doesn't matter if you have mild or even severe acne. We're going to do best if we can target those things that I just talked about. And if you've got mild acne, we might be able to do a lot of targeting with just one topical cream. As that acne gets more severe, we're probably going to use things in combinations. You may be more likely to be on an oral medication, for example, as that acne gets more severe. But some common examples would be like retinoids for the topical treatment of acne, because they really target the plugging of the follicle, or oral or topical antibiotics, or even benzoyl peroxide, because all of those target that bacteria C. acnes, and they're probably also anti-inflammatory. The hard one is that sebum piece, because really what's driving sebum, at least in part, is androgen hormone or male hormone. And so obviously we can't block that completely, especially in men. We can give women an oral medication that is anti-androgen, but that's not going to work in men. And so that has been the more difficult piece of the puzzle for us to really address with the treatments that we've had in the recent past.
Wow, Dr. Harper, you're giving us great pertinent information. So, let me ask you about the first novel topical mechanism that's nearly 40 years old. Can you tell us about that?
I would love to. And so it's important. I love that you just said that. First novel mechanism of action in 40 years. We should not still be treating acne the same way that we did 40 years ago, and we're not. We have new innovation. We have now Winlevy 1% cream, which is FDA approved to treat acne down to 12 years of age, so 12 years of age and up. And what's interesting about this is we do have access now to kind of blocking those androgen hormones, blocking those acne-inducing hormones, but we can do it from a topical route. And so what that means is that not just women will benefit from this, but also men. Because if you apply it topically, you're not going to get that full body anti-androgen effect that you would if you take something by mouth. And so we know it's FDA approved. It worked well in the clinical trials. We're also always very aware of safety when we go through clinical trials. And the most common adverse reactions happened in 7 to 12% of people. And they were local skin reactions, things like local skin reddening, erythema of the skin, which is reddening, itching, burning, some peeling. And so overall, we do have a new mechanism of action that we can use in men and women as a topical, and we've got good safety and efficacy data from the clinical trials.
Amazing. So, where can viewers go for more information?
Well, I'm biased. I'll always say go see your dermatologist for more information. But if you'd like more information about Winlevy in particular, you can see the full prescribing information at winlevy.com.
Amazing. Dr. Julie Harper, thank you so much for your time and expert advice. Next up on North Dakota Today, we'll be getting the daily dose of motivation.